You've earned your victory. It's a pity that I do not share your joy. The Empire's betrayal runs deeper than the eagle's claws in our sands. Yet I am your housecarl. Even if you believe the Empire to be the right cause, it's not my place to question your decision. Your belief is your own, and I won't blunt my steel arguing about it. It seems we have different standards for evil, then. Little use lamenting about this civil war and might-have-beens. What do you think will happen next? To Skyrim and the world? Of course, the Empire can afford to lose its people's hearts. But the silver mines and wheatlands? That, it guards like a dragon hoards gold. In any event, Skyrim now embraces a new order. Whether this new age brings harvest or famine is beyond our hands now. Let us go. The new world awaits. There was a time when they understood kindness and justice, but war took that from them, twisted them into what they are now. You must realize the Alik'r are warriors. Even their mercy came with a blade in hand. But back then, we only killed nobles who had it coming, never civilians caught in the wrong place. When killing a corrupt noble meant the sick could finally pay for medicine, tell me, how is that not an act of charity? For instance, consider the Emir of Mirkwasa, squeezing his people dry with the crown's taxes. When the Alik'r learned of the Emir's deeds, we infiltrated his town to assassinate him. He was sipping on fine wine on a carriage, going to a temple to make offerings while servants and concubines fanned out around him. The way his entourage pampered him, you'd think the gods were worshipping him instead. I melted into his entourage, just another masked concubine in silks. The fool couldn't even keep track of his own harem. When we reached the temple, he made us place offerings while he prayed, too proud to dirty his hands. They never saw it coming. What fool expects death to wear perfume and silk? It would be my pleasure. Which one, my Thane? Yes, Farallon Silnerith, a fanatic from Alinor who thought himself a holy warrior. Farallon marched into Hammerfell like a conquering hero, burning our temples, slaughter our priests, all to loot what wasn't his. The Thalmor claimed they'd withdrawn, but this one came crawling back to join those so-called deserters. In many forms, but the crowns were too weak to fight them off. There is Abyssian Expeditions, a company that grew fat raiding our coasts and shackling the innocent. And then there's these so-called deserters. They ravage towns freely even without Thalmor support, at least not directly. War and domination are their mother's milk. The Thalmor will grind our bones to grease their war machine, with or without pretty excuses. To us, sacred relics whispering our Yokudan ancestors' wisdom. To the Thalmor, just another chest of coin to fund their next massacre. Near the camp, there was a crown city, long besieged by the Alik'r to little success. The Thalmor sand golem did what our armies couldn't. Rivers of red flowed down the walls when it assaulted the city. When we returned for our prize, a handful of exhausted Thalmor and their crumbling golem stood guard over a graveyard of our own people. Such is war. Thalmor or Alik'r. Victory is the fruit, and the corpse is the soil. I should call Skyrim fortunate. Even as warmongers plague this land, they still retain some memories of honor. Well, just wondering where the roads will take us. And what about you? How are you feeling, my Thane? May it be a great victory for us. Let's go. We're wasting time here. I've served a few masters, merchants, jarls, and thanes like you. But not often do I find myself calling them as friends. You are a rarity. You are my Thane, and it is my job as a housecarl to defend you. Whether I like it or not, you are my responsibility. Nothing good ever comes out of a deal with the Imperials. You'll see for yourself if you insist on this endeavor. And by what right should we trust them? The Imperials didn't just flee the Thalmor's knives. What they couldn't take back to Cyrodiil, they salted and burned. They left Hammerfell with nothing while we faced the Thalmor. Nothing but sands and corpses. Learn my people's lesson, Thane. The Empire keeps scales, not oaths. Tip the balance against their favor, and they'll scratch your name from their ledgers before your blood even dries. A wise decision. Let the Empire deal with its own problem, just as it left us to deal with ours.